Namaste. Thank you very much. Let me start with a question. What is the color of our blood? Is it? But I'm still wondering when we would answer our color of blood is green. Our thoughts are green, right? Unless we feel the blood what is flowing inside, right? We feel the color is green. This whole planet cannot be complete, right? So I would request particularly all the youngsters, chant a mantra, the green mantra, the green mantra. That is the chant, okay? That's number one. Number two, I think I would request, although it is not very relevant, I should request all the participants and the delegates here to kindly stand up for a while. Just a second. Give a big standing applause to Bholanath Datta and our team for choosing this team. The green. That was the fantastic put up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, as Dr. Prashant has rightly mentioned, we're all talking of green enterprises, green startups and all that. And it's been my about 3 decades now I had this experience with my guru when I was thinking of starting something on my own. He said, don't think of doing something, just start doing. Stop talking, just do it. Whether it is right or wrong, both will have or both will yield some benefit to you. Either you gain money, monetary benefit, or you gain more valuable experience. That is how we started our lives. It's been almost, 3 decades. Out of these 3 decades, I think I was started about double the tenure, more than 60, enterprises from my hands. Fortunately, about 47 are being survived. Fortunately, survived. And the contribution is, of course, one of my entrepreneurial venture was into education. Luckily, that gave me a lot of support. When we started this education entrepreneurs, we are running a couple of like these institutions. We are running management and engineering institutions. My students are strength again, of course. So with their support, we could sustain 47 companies out of 60, right? And when we started, admission session kind of thing, parents used to come and ask us, do you have placements and all? What is your placement plan? Which companies are coming? What is the ratio of employability and all that? We used to bluntly say, we don't provide placements here. We don't want to make most energetic youth as a typical employees. Employment should be a last option. If you don't find any other thing to do on your own, one should take up job. So I used to tell these parents, we don't provide any placements here. We make our students job givers, not the job seekers. To be right, fortunately. And most of my students, their companies are employing my own students again, right? We kept on, engaging into several technologies and, developing several things. Of course, if I start telling all those things, the day will not be enough. I think that I need to, arrange this kind of conference for 100 days or more continuously. And as Dr. Prashant said, I'm also not vegetarian. I eat brains. Of course, my guru, my friend is there with Dr. Suryanarayana. Of course, I learned by eating brain technology from him. Right. So let me share one of many technologies we could develop till date in the best interest of protecting our Mother Earth. And as Madam told, Bangalore is one of the traffic congested traffic. The most. Of course, I have seen many more cities in the globe. More, I often travel to Africa in Nairobi. So having a journey of 2 kilometers, it takes about 4.5 hours for you to reach. So it is always better to take a walk there. So that means if you have a line, a problem, draw a bigger line. Better you travel to Nairobi once, you will feel like comfortable here in Bangalore. So you have most traffic congested cities across, and I think we should proudly take this as we are the largest motor vehicle market in the globe. Largest motor vehicle market. Each motor vehicle produces about 6 kilograms of CO2. That means what? It is enormous. You can't even count anything sometimes, right? So my team has come up with one unique device, which is a small device which can be fitted in your car back this thing storage and connected to the main engine. As I said, we are using fossil fuel for running our motor vehicles, all our traffic, and the means of emissions are also through the fossil fuels only. So that is where we worked on, and this device gives you 3 different benefits. Number 1, it increases the mileage. For example, a liter of your diesel or a petrol gives you about 10 kilometers, that is below for a car. By installing this device, your fuel efficiency will increase by almost 93%. That is what is certified by Government of India, right? Number 1. It reduces pollution, emission, the tailpipe emission we get now. So emission by about 98%. 98% emission it gets reduced, and the engine life will be increased by 70%. Imagine 3 different things. And we have filed about 11 patents on it. Till date we could clear, we got only 2 signed obtained, and rest of them are under consideration. This is one great innovation we could bring out from our Green Mantra tree. Second one, most close to my heart, and that is why I request all of you to give a standing applause to Datta again. This plant called Tulasi, right? Anyone have ever tried to calculate how much oxygen we inhale every day? We take oxygen, no? Nature has given us free of cost. So how much of oxygen we inhale so far? On an average, about 5 to 8 liters of oxygen we inhale. Pardon? 5 to 8 liters of oxygen we inhale, right? 20-30 years back, when we started our professional lives, we never thought of we would buy water bottle and drink. Now this is high time for us to, we might buy oxygen cylinder and put it on our pocket and travel from next 10 to 20 years now. Yeah, that, of course. Fortunately, he is my mentee. He is my mentee. So every problem is an opportunity for us. We found this problem. Of course, I suggested, but I don't like it, but okay, that's a business opportunity. He is my mentee. Okay. So we inhale about 5 to 8 liters of oxygen every day. So we started this campaign called the Billion Breath campaign, right? By producing n number of multiple hundreds and crores of Tulsi plants everywhere, because each Tulsi plant produces about 0.12 ml of oxygen. 0.12 ml. That means if you inhale about 5 liters or 8 liters outside, how many the Tulsi plants you need to plant? Whatever the number. Whatever the number. My calculation is about 80 to 90 Tulsi plants. If you can plant, you would get your oxygen. Any plant for that matter. But why I choose Tulsi is historically proven for hundreds of centuries. Number 1. Number 2, medicinal value wise, exorbitantly high on it. Number 3, Tulsi is the only plant which gives about 20 hours of oxygen. Rest of all the green covers, all the trees, plant, whatever, will give you 12 hours of oxygen and 12 hours of carbon dioxide during photosynthesis. Right? Tulsi only plant gives you 20 hours of oxygen. So, by planting as many as Tulsi plants, you would contribute to your own oxygen, and you can also contribute to your next gen. You can hand over your planet to the next gen in a safe mode. So that is how we started this Billion Earth campaign in association with UNEP. There is a initiative called Faith for Earth in United Nations Environment Program, where I'm also leading a member on it. So then the idea came to us this way. I'm going to tell you this second innovation, which is a very simple, and you would see the difference of it. I think, Dattaji, if I can request any volunteers to get some bags out there, it can be distributed to everyone. The black color bag. So this innovation is about air pollution. The major contributor for air pollution is plastic. Plastic is everywhere. Plastic has become part of our lives. And everybody started scolding plastic for everything. These were the ones, and you have some another bag down there. Big bag. So, yeah, you can distribute each one of to all of them. First here. So we started blaming plastic for everything. In fact, plastic is a wonderful product. Plastic is a wonderful product which changed our lives. The spectacles we use, the motorbike we use, car accessories, whatnot, everything is a plastic. But in fact, the plastic is not the culprit. We the human beings, you and me are the culprits, right? So plastic is saving our lives with lot many devices for the health. We are not using plastic, we are limiting plastic for that. We are using for the single-use ones, right? So what we thought is, we are using fossil fuels for making plastic, right? I think according to United Nations, by about 2050, all fossil fuels on the earth is going to be existed, right? My expectation for next about 2-3 decades is fossil fuel, a liter of petrol or diesel would cost more than the cost of gold next 2 decades, because fossil fuels you can't, they're not renewable. So then this idea came to us, why can't we search for a viable alternative for plastics, particularly for single-use ones. Then I roamed around the globe, approximately around 27 countries. I don't know whoever claimed that I have alternative to plastic, I landed there. But there were some limitations or the other. So we collected all the data, patents, we tried collaboration with them, all that. Finally, we identified 127 limitations in various alternatives. So the bag in your hands is a bag which, all those limitations got addressed. Now this product is the one which looks like a plastic, right? And it is 100% plant-based, 100% plant-based, right? It is compostable, tested. I think you must have seen in many of the shopping malls by now. Most of the shopping malls we are test marketing everywhere in the country, in some brand or the other. That's a different story. That's a different marketing strategy. That's with some collaborations. So this plant-based material, you use it and dispose this off. According to the certification process and all, it would take about 180 days to disintegrate into soil, right? Practically, we have other solutions, For every application, we have a different solution of packaging material. I can also show you some later. I'll show you the other products. But this particular bag would take about 180 days to disintegrate. But it is not dissolvable in water, but it is dissolvable in composting condition, right? We have developed other bags. Probably I'll show you those bags to all you guys sometime. I'll also give you some samples. which is water soluble for application and all that. The beauty of this bag, have you seen a corner bit is, have you seen it stitched with? Those were tulsi seeds. You use this bag, dispose this off, properly, you will germinate hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and billions of tulsi seeds everywhere without any additional effort. Just by using a carry bag, you will produce green cover, right? And this is a small classic case of pilot we are going to take up in Tirumala Tirupati. Most of you must have went to Tirumala Tirupati, right? Right? For the foreign friends who never visited Tirumala, I tell you, this Tirumala is largest pilgrimage in India, for that matter across the globe. About 1 lakh to 5 lakh pilgrims visit this temple shrine every day, right? So after the holy darshan of the Lord called Sri Venkateshwara, we all carry holy prasad, that is sacred offering to the God on a plastic bag, right? Every day about 3 lakh to 5 lakh carry bags are being used in the name of God for a sacred visit, and we are damaging our environment, right? This innovation we are implementing there, and this has been presented in UN. The number is, for example, average if you take about 3 lakh carry bags is being used in Tirumala, and you have about 200 tulsi seeds embedded with this bag, right? Let us assume only 50% of them gets germinated, right? You will produce about 10 crore, 11 crore tulsi plants in the name of God, right? On an average, everybody, of us will use carry bags in our day-to-day life, right? On an average, about 5 bags we use every day. That is the universal this thing. For example, if we can replace our carry bags with these kind of initiatives, right? So you would increase green cover, you will protect your environment, soil fertility would be increased, and food waste and plant waste can be used for making these bags. So this is one great initiative we could take up. I think all of you would accept this as an innovation. Do you think so? Right? So I gave some more pencils to you guys, right? It is not an ordinary pencil again. Please read it. Normally, how do we make pencil? By cutting the tree and we use wood, no? Right? This innovation came from a young blood of mine, my daughter. She's in India now. Yeah, she came up with this idea. Why should we use wood for this? Then somebody brought plastic pencils. Said, that's not an alternative for me. Then I asked them to think more. There was a loop for or a gap for some time, and in the meantime, a couple of their friends have come to me for they wanted to engage in a social activity. I said, you collect waste newspaper, waste paper, and all that. We'll recycle it and make notebooks and distribute free of cost to the government school children. They did it. So during the process, the so-called recycling paste, they tried rolling it out, and she made it as a pencil now. So instead of wood or plastic, we are using recycled paper for making the pencil. And beauty again, on the top of it you have a green this thing. You have seeds in it. You have seeds in it. Yeah. You can just you hear the sound there. Again, another beauty here. This is intended for the school-going kids, because we are all talking of planting trees, raising trees, growing green cover, and all that blah blah blah. Planting trees would not survive our planet. By changing our attitude, only planet can be survived. The attitude has to be imbibed and generated, propagated from the childhood onwards. Who uses the pencil more? Typically school-going children, right? So these pencils are being distributed in Andhra Pradesh to all the government schools and private schools now. So the boy goes to the school, uses his pencil, comes back up to the last bit of it. He comes back, put it in a soil somewhere or a pot, right? Sprinkle some water, and here we have added vegetables, tomato, mirchi, bendi, bangan, everything. Imagine after 1 week, 10 days, 1 month, 3 months, he will propagate his own vegetables for him. Today we are all talking of contaminated, fertilized ones, vegetables and all that. He will make his organic food available for himself, and with all the love and affection he will ask his mom, today you cook bangan of my own plant. Right? So he will develop love towards the growing plants. The attitudes would slightly get changed. So these were the few initiatives we took up. Yes, I think although I wear blue now, inside my body blood is green only, and it remains green till the last breath. I hope the youngsters, the target we took up is about 1,000 entrepreneurs to be made on these green innovations in next 2 years. Any one of you, any youngsters who wanted to become an entrepreneur, kindly contact me. I am there. I will give you 1,001 ideas and hold a stick in my hands and scold you to make it successful. Please take up green entrepreneurship. Thank you, Dattaji. Thank you very much.